Welcome to week 5, guys. And this week's topic is on mindful acceptance. Now, I must apologize because, again, I have managed to delete the session, which was last night, which actually had some quite good content on, which it annoys me. But obviously, I think one of the main lessons we've learned this week is just to accept it. And I obviously have done that. I understood what it was. I went through all the issues I had and I've now worked out what went wrong. Now I've done it twice. And so we're moving on. And it was good because we had Nikolai on and he hasn't been on before. And it was a great week. Anyway, so we're going to start this again. We're not going to have any participants, sadly, but I will go through it as best I can just so you can understand the importance of mindful acceptance. So this is actually quite an important session as a whole. You're now starting the second half of the course. You know, we've worked on dealing with how the mind wanders and understanding there's absolutely fine for it to do that. And that you just need to be compassionate and kind to yourself every time you notice it does wander. There is no reason to worry about it wandering because everyone's mind wanders. Our minds are thought factories. Okay, so the second half is about acceptance and just allowing things to be how they are and the importance of that. So before you carry on with the rest of this course, I just need you to ask yourselves sort of what changes you need to make within yourself to take in order to sort of get the most out of this program. Because I know a lot of people still watched the YouTube recordings. When I say a lot, I think we're up to about 7 or 8. But you know, I've put myself forward for this, and I want to make sure that everyone gets as much as they can out of this. And so, if you have any sort of changes you want me to make, please email me, message me, or if you look within yourself and find out you need to be in a quieter place, or you need to sort of set sort of different timetables for whatever work practice you need to set aside. But just look within yourself and just work out what changes need to take place in order to sort of get the most out of this program. So we're going to start today with a guided meditation all about acceptance, and it's probably for the next sort of 20 minutes, but I hope you can sort of understand and get used to what we're about to do. So just get yourselves in as comfortable a position as possible. Either lie down on the floor or sit down in a chair. Just place your arms by your side, either on the floor or on the chair, and then just slowly close your eyes. Just observe how your body feels, your whole body at this exact moment. And as you take your first breath in, as you inhale through your nose, just visualize a bright flurry of joy entering up your nose and then flowing down into your stomach and then into your whole body, just dissipating itself into all your vital organs, allowing an element of peace and serenity to wash over your whole self. Then, as you breathe out, just visualize any negative thoughts and feelings that you may have been experiencing today, just leaving your body, just giving space for all the loving joy that you continue to inhale every time you take a breath in. Breathing in through your nose, just allowing happiness and laughter to entwine itself within your body. And breathing out through your nose, just releasing all the negativity that is stalling you from loving yourself like you should. Just slowly in through your nose, and then out through your nose. Just in through your nose, out through your nose. Now, I just want to introduce a bit of movement into this meditation. So just lying exactly as you are or sitting as you are, just with your left hand, just slowly open and close it. Just observing how each clench introduces a different sensation from how it was moments earlier. So again, just Open your left hand, noticing all your fingers and your thumb till your hand is flat. And then slowly closing it, bring it into a fist. Just continue to do that. Just noticing all the new sensations, observing how your hand and your body are so connected and linked. Now just move over to your right hand. Just slowly open and close that. Again, just observing the sensations in that hand. And allowing you to notice the experience on the other side of your body. As you breathe in, nose, and out, while at the same time opening and then closing your right hand. Now for this next part, I just want you to roll your left shoulder a few times, whichever direction. Just notice the sensations on a completely different part of your body. As you're breathing in, change direction of the rolling. Just see if that makes your body feel any different from how it was moments earlier. Breathing in, breathing out. Now bring your attention to your right shoulder, just rolling out in whichever direction again you want to, as you do with your left shoulder. And then maybe change direction if you feel it's the right thing to do. And again, just notice the intricacies of these movements that you're introducing to your body. How does it make you feel as you're breathing in and breathing out? Breathing in and breathing out. Now I'd like you to just relieve any tension you may feel in your face. Maybe scrunch it up for a few moments and then just allow it to relax. And then maybe move your eyebrow on either side or both of them. And then your forehead. And then just give it the chance to rest pleasurably in as comfortable a position as possible. As you're breathing in, you're breathing out. Just notice how your body is feeling now. From your hands to your shoulders, to your face and your forehead. Just lying totally still now. Just wiggle your toes, whether it's in your shoes or out of them, just to stimulate and notice the sensations on the bottom of your body. Now just take a few moments to notice how your whole body is feeling and just allow it to become still. With your body in as still a position as possible, just take a few moments to scan it from head to toe at your own pace. Starting with your head, moving down to your shoulders, down to your chest, down through your belly, top of your legs, down to your knees, your shin, ankles, and then your feet and your toes. Just notice which parts of your body might need a bit of stretching or a massage, or just which parts need a little bit of extra attention. Just give yourself a gift and settle yourself for this mindful practice. And when you're ready, just allow your body, when it's the right time for you, just come back to this sense of stillness and calm. Just how does your body feel right now? How is it feeling? Just being a sensation as your body as a whole. How is that? So now take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Then a slow out breath back through your nose, just noticing yourself feeling a little heavier, and then sinking deeper into the ground if you're lying down, or into the chair if you're sitting on the chair. Just breathing in slowly and breathing out slowly. Now, let your breath find its natural rhythm and just let it be. Coming back to the sensations in your body in a loving, kindful way. Just allowing yourself to feel how your body feels in this present moment, right now. By turning your attention to your body, you are now in the present moment. Just by focusing on the mind, just for a few moments, just gently let go of the past and release any plans or concerns about the future, because this is a time for you to give your attention to your body and mind in as kindful a way as possible. Breathing in through your nose and then out through your nose. You may notice certain parts that are not comfortable. And so now it's just a time to readjust whatever parts need to be, and to relax. Just move whichever parts of the body are maybe sort of causing a bit of pain or uncomfort. And just cultivate the awareness needed to notice your whole body. Just notice the temperature of your body. Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it just right? And the weight of your body. You're feeling heavier today. And then just gently move your attention to whichever parts of the body that needs any extra awareness. Perhaps a joint is overworked recently and so is in a little bit of pain, or just feels a little bit tiresome. Just move your awareness to whichever part of the body and just focus on that. Just for the next few moments, just breathing in and then breathing out. And if your mind keeps wandering, just allow it to go where it wants to go until it's ready to come back. Just be kind with it. Give it kindness. You're not forcing it. Just allow it to be. gently watch and invite your breath to come towards you, connect you with your mindful awareness, feeling it with a quality of gentleness, just feeling your breath, whatever that means for you, however you feel it as you breathe in and as you breathe out. As your next breath in, just smile that your body as a whole is breathing and just nourishing itself, and that you are alive and experiencing the present moment right now. The loving awareness of your breath and your whole body. Just make peace as best you can with whatever your experience is right now. Before you came to this meeting and turned it on YouTube, you may have had a frustrating day. You may be angry. You may be in pain, or you may be disappointed. But whatever your experience, if you can just make peace with it, and just by observing it and allow it to be, just take one deep breath in. As your next breath out, just acknowledge that whatever frustration it is within you, just let it be where it is. Don't try to change it. You're not trying to make it anything different. It's there. There's nothing you can do about that. But just observe it. It may even be a positive emotion. But whatever it is, observe it and know that it's not about what you are experiencing or how you are experiencing it. As you're breathing in and then breathing out. So this next part of this mindful meditation is about bringing to mind whatever difficulty it is you might be facing at the moment, and then just learning to accept it. So if you're ready, just bring to mind a certain difficulty or challenge that you're going through at the moment. Maybe it's just an irritation or a frustration, or something which is maybe unresolved. And just see if you can bring that difficulty to mind and notice if there's any resistance to it. If there are lots of challenges, just pick one, whichever one you want, and just focus on that one. And just as you bring this difficulty to mind, notice if it manifests as a certain physical sensation in your body. Maybe there's a slight tension in your jaw or in your back, in your neck, in your shoulder, or a sense of butterflies in your stomach. And just notice the physical sensations whenever you bring the difficulty to mind. Once you've noticed the sensation, now just gently move your attention to that part of the body that you noticed the sensation in when you brought whatever difficulty it was to mind. And just notice and observe that part of the body, and just gently allow the feelings to accompany with that part. And by noticing it and observing it, what sort of shape does it have? What does it look like? Is it circular or spherical? Is it boxy, like a square? What shape does it have? Is it spiky? Is it flat? Is it smooth? Is it rough? What size is it? And as you watch it, does its size change as you breathe in and then breathe out? Maybe it has a color. And what color is it now? Does it change color as you breathe in and as you breathe out? So just see if you're willing to move in closer to this feeling with your body, but only if it's right for you. If you don't want to, do not worry about this bit. But if it does feel right for you, if it feels okay, and if you're comfortable with it, just move in closer. Bring the attitude of acceptance and allowing to that feeling. Just allow the sensation to just be. Just let go of the idea of trying to fix it. Just let it be. And make peace with this experience just as it is. Just say to yourself, it's okay. Let me just feel it. It's already here in my experience and I accept it. And if this experience and this task ever feels too uncomfortable, just go back to your safe place with your breath, or noticing your whole body, just one part from your feet to your arms to your head, breathing in and then breathing out. Because you are in charge, you're in control of your whole body, so move at a pace that works for you. And if the feeling you've been observing goes away, that's absolutely fine. You can either move your awareness to another part of the body that is sensationalized by an uncomfortable experience you may have, or just focus your attention back to your breath as you're breathing in and breathing out. And just see what you can learn from the sensation. Just bring a quality of curiosity, as if you want to learn from it. If I was to ask you about the certain size or shape or color of the sensation, you'd now be able to tell me because you have been observing it and non-judgmentally. You haven't wanted this feeling to sort of vanish and go away. You've just been watching it and allowing it to be where it is. And just by doing that, if it's a difficult feeling or sensation, by observing it, it's now losing its grip on you, losing its power over you. But there's just no need to try too hard or put too much effort in. Now, when you're ready, just allow the sensation or experience you are dealing with just to go. Just notice the state of your being and your body. Just easing off this mode of fixing or doing things. Just changing to a mode of being and just allowing your body to be as a whole. As you take your next breath in, just focus on your whole body again. How it feels from head to toe. As you're breathing out, sinking deeper into the chair or to the ground. And just smiling, knowing that your body is alive and breathing. And just notice how you feel right now. What effect has this exercise had on you? What effect has the day before you came to this session had on you? And the attitude you brought to this mindful meditation. Just don't judge yourself. Just notice and learn. And if it's worked for you, if it's really helped calm some sensations that you were feeling uncomfortable with, just note it down. Know that you can always come back to this place. You can always come back to this mindfulness meditation on YouTube, or you can always just do it yourself by observing yourself and the feelings and your body and your breath. And so for the last few moments, I want you to let go of any effort to even meditate. Don't even try to be aware. Just let go. Notice what this feels like. How does it feel just to be lying on the ground or sitting on the chair, just completely and utterly motionless? Just when you're ready, in your own time, just notice the transition from the exercise to coming back into the room. Just maybe wiggle your fingers again, your toes, and just stretching. Just roll your shoulders again. Just sit up. Maybe sort of stand up and take a walk around the room. And just notice what you need right now. Just notice how you feel right now. And as you become more aware of the room and of your bodily sensations and of your attention, just take another deep breath in, just allowing the joy and happiness and peace to flow freely throughout your whole body before breathing out all of the frustrations and the anxious thoughts that might have been bothering you today. And just feeling your whole body as a remarkable instrument of love to go out into the world. Just take one last deep breath in your nose and then out. Open your eyes. Just feel the remarkable sensation of your whole body again, alive and welcoming it into the present moment. So there we go. How was all of that for you? So I obviously was getting people's opinions from this yesterday, and I think Nikolai said that it worked really well, and he's got problems with anger and how he's finding anger to be quite a massive issue within his life. And he asked a question that would just observing it make it go away. And I was like, no. Observing it is part of the mindfulness practice. And what you have to do is when you notice you are getting angry, instead of just wishing it away and stopping it, just observe yourself at that time. Observe how your body is feeling. And by doing that, it's not giving the anger, for example, any room to fester and to make it sort of an impact on yourself and get bigger and bigger. You're just observing it as it is right there and then. So it has no way to sort of keep growing. And it was quite an interesting talking to him. So it's a bit, obviously, like I said, I was very annoyed that the session has had to be re-recorded, but Nikolai brought quite a lot of good experiences to the session, and I would hope, he'll be on one of the next ones so we can just talk about more of his experiences. So, right, and let me go back before I enter that one. So, I'm now going to share with you a poem that can be used to cultivate a conversation to explore the concept of acceptance, which obviously I showed for a second there. So this isn't so much a meditation, but you just get in as comfortable a position as possible and just close your eyes if it feels comfortable. And as I recite the poem to you, and just tune into this idea of mindful awareness. And notice how you can immediately go into this sort of more internally focused state of mind. And to a certain extent, you can immediately turn your attention inwards. So just check in with your body and your posture, making sure you're comfortable, and adjust it if you're not. It's just so that you're a little bit more cozy and a little bit more comfortable. And each time you breathe out, getting a sense of your body sinking deeper into the ground and feeling it letting go. And as you begin to let go and be present, just turn your attention to listening and to sounds and to the sound of my voice. And don't notice so much the meaning of these words at the moment, but just notice the tone, the volume, and the intonation of my voice. But don't judge it, just allow it to be present and with you. And just listening to the quality of the sound itself, just allowing them to come to you as they come and go, as all the other sounds around you. But just listening to each part, each thing differently. And if there's any sense of silence in between each of my words, just notice the silence and the gap in between my words. As I share this poem with you, just allow the words to enter your being, just as you have been listening to the sounds. So whether your eyes are closed or open, just listen to this. Just take these words in. This poem is called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent from a guide from beyond. How was that poem? How did you guys find that? So Nikolai again was very touched by that poem. I think it sort of reached some quite sort of poignant parts in his life. And I think Phil also mentioned that it was a very strong poem for him. But by looking back on it, obviously it's on the screen now. Just reread it. Just pause this if you want to sort of go over it again, and just work out how you feel it makes you feel about yourself and about all the feelings which maybe come and go. And it's just amazing how this particular poem really sort of opens up a whole new spectrum of feelings which can be presented to you every morning, every day, every whatever second. So it's, when you wake up, if you're not feeling very good, this is the art of being human. You could feel a depression or a meanness, and then a lot of the time that's with you for the day. But instead of just going, this is something I can't deal with, and is getting more annoyed and more annoyed, which is obviously feeding it, just watch it, observe it. And if that's something which helps with the acceptance, the observation, then that can't be a bad thing at all. So then we talked about the sort of mindful acceptance and what is the purpose of acceptance, and why don't we just avoid difficult experiences as usual. And we talked about obviously pain and suffering. Now, there is a difference between pain and suffering. So in mindfulness, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So suffering is the rumination, the mulling over, the psychological pain of the negative thoughts and the desire to push it away or to fight it, leading to suffering sort of desiring things that we don't have and trying to get rid of things that we do have. We learn that the core sensation is present, but it's the suffering that excels it, that magnifies it. And so by being mindful of it and just accepting it, we can welcome the ability to allow it to just be without aggravating it, without giving it room to fester, so to speak. So bring in an element of kindness, acceptance, and warmth, which in turn will dissolve the suffering. You know, the more we accept whatever situations are upon us, the better we get at it. So like the poem, you know, be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So you're angry, you're sort of upset about something or other, just observe it and just be grateful because it's there. Because that's part of your body, it's part of being human. And just allow it to be, observing it. And then once that feeling passes, observe the next feeling, the joy, the happiness, the sort of acceptance of the feeling which you are now moving on from. So avoidant to approach the mode of mind. So it teaches us to change our mode of mind, this splendid. And scientists can distinguish ideally between doing and being. And some people are more avoidant naturally and some are more accepting. So when you have an avoidant approach to life, it leads to suffering. And through mindfulness meditation, the experiences are not always easy, but we learn to sit with them and be with them. And so we actually start to change our mode of mind, which is more resilient to the challenges of life. So a lot of people have asked, and I think I was asked, I'm not sure I was asked yesterday, but what is the difference between acceptance and resignation? Because there is obviously, you know, you can resign yourself to the fact that you've got this pain or you've got to go and do whatever chore you don't want to do, or you can just accept it. And there's a difference between, say, for example, I don't know, when you're at school and you're being a nuisance, whatever, and the teacher says, right, I'm going to give you a detention. Just accept it. But normally you wouldn't really be accepting. You would just resign yourself to the fact that that's something you have to do because that's just part of school. But acceptance and resignation are very different. So if you accept it, you actually wholeheartedly allow it in. And resignation is just meh. It's something which is, you know, avoiding the situation. So acceptance is turning towards the experience rather than letting go of it. And resignation is just avoiding the situation and giving up on hope and change. So what if the experience, which whatever you've been observing, is overwhelming you? So easy enough sort of answer that. And it is a very simple thing. Just if you find yourself overwhelmed by anything, just go back to your breath. Just breathe in and breathe out. Just notice how your body is feeling. And just move slowly towards it with compassion and curiosity. Just come back to it later if you need a break. It's time for you, so just make it feel right. So by accepting whatever situation you are confronted with, your body and mind will slowly adapt and change to it. However, and this is something very important that came up yesterday, if you accept it with the sole intention to change, you are not accepting it. You are still fighting it. So the acceptance, and it's similar to the resignation, okay? It's not a quick fix solution, accepting it. You need to feel it and cultivate it within yourself. So, yeah, I think Nikolai was having big issues with his anger. And he was just like, if I accept it, does that mean it will go away? And I was like, no, it doesn't mean that at all. By accepting it, you're observing it and just allowing it to sit the way it is. And you've got to wholeheartedly just allow it in and accept it within yourself, within your body. So his anger, and he understood it after I'd explained it. So basically, he gets these bouts of anger, and by observing it and just allowing it to sit within him, within his body, he's not giving it any room to fester and to magnify itself. He's just allowing it to just be there. And because it doesn't have any room to sort of excel, so to speak, it is just something he's allowing to just be where it is. And so it doesn't have the chance to grow over him. So obviously by accepting whatever situation you're confronted with is one of the sort of strongest ways to help yourself within whatever situation you're doing. Now, sorry, I've been a little bit sort of jaggedy and words a bit messed up today, but I've got the guided meditation to give now. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I've been quite stressed with how obviously losing the initial guided recorded mindfulness, but this is something we've got to get out. And I have accepted it and allowed it to be. And obviously you've heard, giving it out. Sorry, I am just talking a bit jittery. So let's end today's session with a guided meditation. It's just a very short guided meditation. Then I shall give you your homework for next week. So just seat yourself in as comfortable a position as possible. Just get very comfortable. Just close your eyes. Just as you close your eyes, just take a deep breath in. Just feel your body sinking deeper into the chair or into the ground. Just breathing in and breathing out. Just notice your whole body from the head to the toe. As a whole, how does it feel? Is there any part of the body you need to concentrate on more and observe? You feeling any tension in an arm, your leg or a finger, your jaw? If you are, just focus on that part of the body. Just breathe in. And then out. And as you breathe in again, just breathe in awareness of that difficulty or sensation which is bothering you in that part of the body. Just notice it and allow it to just be. And if you don't have any sensation at all which is bothering you, just every time you breathe in, just notice your whole body just sinking deeper into the chair or the ground. As you take your next breath in, just smile to yourself. Just be happy that your body is breathing, moving, that it's working, that it's living and loving, breathing and being. As we take the final few breaths, just allow yourself to come back to the present moment, to the body, to the day ahead of you, or to the evening. Just slowly open your eyes. Just allow your body to feel the gentleness and the calm that you've just experienced over the last couple of minutes. Just take that out with you to the rest of the day ahead, or over the evening or the night, whatever time of day it is for you right now. Just open your eyes and be present. Okay, guys, I hope that went well for you and that you've started to really observe yourself and bodies and any troubles which are affecting you at the moment. And obviously, if you're not, just by observing your body and just noticing how magnificent it is. So for the home practice for next week, I'd just like you to do a full sitting meditation daily, which you should be able to find from last week's session. And then a breathing space 3 times a day. So like I asked you to do last week, so either in the morning, lunchtime, in the evening. And then a breathing space with a coping, so which is what we did today, which is the coping thing. Just bring whatever issues or troubles are in mind, focus on them, see which parts of the body they're affecting, focus on that part of the body, and just allow it to just be and accept it how it is. And that's today's session. So thank you very much for listening to this again. I'm very sorry that I was so spoke so badly, and 2, that it's not the actual guided meditation, the mindfulness session, which was last night, which I stupidly, although I won't be doing it again, I don't think. I've got to make sure that this one goes on to YouTube successfully. I'll try not to do it again. But anyway, I will see you guys. I won't see you. I will speak to you guys next Monday or Tuesday if you're going to get the next thing on YouTube. So we've just done week 5, on to week 6 next week, and then there's only 2 more weeks to go. So I hope everything's going well for you guys. Any issues, please just email me, tim@timinology.com, and I will speak to you all next week. Okay, thanks guys.